What's up, guys? Once again, I am struggling with the fight with the YouTube phone. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. So tonight we are doing chart reads, and if you guys have never watched one of my chart reads, I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you. There are still a couple tickets left. Woo! I got a little overzealous. Let me pause that. That's a little bit of a lot. Okay, there we go. All right. Diom, somebody needs to tell me that I need to chill out sometimes. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I do still have a few spots left. If you want to get one, I don't need to set up that device. My computer is being on crack. So if you guys would like to grab a read, you can go over to my website, grab one. This is being streamed live on YouTube. So if you guys get one, you don't have to stick around. It will be on YouTube for you guys to watch. And my wonderful, wonderful gang of Bodie Wranglers will put the list on so you kind of know where you're at in the lineup on YouTube. I'm going to start with Kathy Mazzell. Then I have Deborah Wardlaw, Jennifer Avery, Andrea Viennes, Alicia Chastain, Christine Carver, Mel Decker's Enchant. I love that. Tara Pham, Danielle Jackson, Lisa Cologne. Call it. I know. I just want to say Cologne. I don't know why. But then I have several more afterwards. So I'm just letting you guys know that's kind of where my list is right now. What I'm doing this evening is something just a little different. So I'm going to take a look at your birth chart. Some of you guys, I already have your birth chart in my system here. But I'm going to take a look at your birth chart. And I'm going to look for two specific things so I can tell you exactly right now what's holding you back. Because I'm streaming live on two phones here, I can't switch back and forth and show you guys your chart, but I'm going to go through it all with you. Does that make sense? Words and things? Words and stuff and things? All right. If you're curious about getting a reading, you don't have to know your birth time. Okay? So don't stress if you're like, I don't know what time I was born. No big deal. It's the information that you put in the ticket thing is there. That's all I need. I don't need to know what time you were born because it doesn't matter with this. I'm not looking at your ascending or your moon. Okay. So Miss Kathy. All right. So we've got you here. We've got your birth chart pulled up. And now I've got it to today. Okay. Gotcha. So let's look at what's holding Kathy back right now. Part of it is your Saturn right now is sitting exactly between Pisces and Aries. So, oof. And it's in retrograde. So you are literally warring with yourself. Your emotions and your action-based are warring with yourself. Like, you know what you should do. You know what that fire inside you is telling you to do. Action, action, go, go, go. But the emotional part of you is holding it back, is stopping it. So you're literally butting heads with yourself. And your Mercury is in Leo, and it's also in retrograde in your chart right now. So when I say in retrograde, guys, it's not the planet. It's on the chart, okay? You guys have never messed with astrology. It is what it is. Your Mercury is also in Leo and it's in retrograde. So you're having, oh God, girl, you are just a bundle of mess right now. Because not only are you fighting with yourself over your emotions and your action base, let's go, go, go. You also are having your communications upside down. So the things that you really need to say, you're not saying. And the things that you shouldn't say are coming out of your mouth. Because your Mercury is sitting right on the line between your 4th and your 5th house. And it's right in the middle of Leo. Oh, good God, girl. Okay. Let me look. One more thing. Those are two blaringly obvious things that are going on right now. Okay, here's the other thing holding you back a little bit. Right now, the vast majority of your chart sits in cardinal sign territory, which means that it is quick moving on stuff, not really thinking a lot of things through, just like jump, 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 jump. So you're wanting to move forward fast with a lot of these ideas and things. That Saturn part of you sitting on the Aries line is like, go, 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 go. And then you have that other part sitting on the Pisces line, which is, well, let me think about how everything is. And you also have 40% of your chart right now in water, which is making it, oh my God, love. Okay. Let me go back to the chart here. I'm going to forward this a day. We're going to look at it. Why did you do that? There we go. Okay. I cannot handle all of this solar flare bullshit that's going on with everything. No, done, no. There we go. I went to put it back just on your main chart, and it completely wiped it off. It set it to a blank thing. I'm like, will you fucking stop, man? Will you fucking stop? Okay. So I'm going to go forward. The cool thing about the software I use is that I can go forward a few days and see when this is going to change for you. Still going forward. Okay. So I am up to the end of September, and these things haven't changed much. But what I will tell you is about a month from now, your communication finally starts to get back on track correctly. Okay, does that make sense? Your Saturn is still going to be in the very middle. I'm going to forward it a week and see what changes. All right. So let me say this, Kathy. Your Saturn is going to sit on that line for a little while. It's going to sit there for a little while. Like a couple months. You're going to have this war with yourself with the Aries aspect of go, 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 do, do, do. And the emotional, well, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. The good thing is that your Mercury moves enough to get you off of that line between the 4th and the 5th house, so you can actually words correctly. But just know for the next few months, that war is going to be holding you back. So knowing that it is a thing and knowing that you are going to be continually fighting with yourself is going to help you tremendously. I was looking to see when this finally starts to move out of Pisces or into Pisces more. So your Saturn doesn't really move out of Pisces for a while. I'm just letting you know. It shifts closer to Pisces, meaning you're going to be operating more emotionally. But yeah, you're going to have to really, really make sure that you're not overthinking everything action-wise going forward. Otherwise, you're going to not be able to make any decisions. So pay close attention when you catch yourself overthinking, like, oh, okay, I need to make this decision, and this is the decision I should make. I should say yes, but I might hurt somebody's feelings, or I might be away from home more, or, you know, you're going to have to catch yourself when you're overthinking and just make the decision and go with it. And it's going to be really hard for you right now. That is like glaringly obvious when I look at your chart right now. And that Saturn line is going to sit there. It moves slightly over to more Pisces, but it's going to sit there for a little while. I'm just letting you know, Miss Kathy. So let me go back, y'all. Anybody else been having all these issues with stupid ass electronics today? I'm just about done. I'm just about done with it. It's about to drive me up the wall. Oh, well. Okay. Miss Deborah Wardlaw, I have you next, love. Let's see if I've got you in here. I do. All right. So let's look at Miss Deborah Wardlaw here and see what's holding you back, girl. All right, so I've got your chart pulled up. Ooh, you have interesting lines on your chart. I forgot. All of yours is squished. All Virgo. Jesus. You have 5 Virgo placements in your birth chart, girl. 5. 5. Sorry. All right. So I'm just looking at your chart. Hopefully a lot of you guys are going to be easy where it's like glaringly obvious, but some of you I might have to dig just a little bit. Oh, okay. You have 4 placements in Scorpio right now. Your sun is in Scorpio. Now, when I say your sun, that's just where it sits right now, okay? Your sun is in Scorpio. Your Venus is in Scorpio. Your Neptune is in Scorpio. And your Mercury is in Scorpio, almost on the Sagittarius line, but not quite. So you're kind of all the power right now. You can use that to your advantage. I'm just saying. It could hold you back, but if you know that it's there and you have the Scorpio energy going on with your bad self right now, I would absolutely use that to your advantage. So here's the next thing that is just blaring at me in the face. Your moon is almost on the line between Taurus and Aries right now. It's firmly in the middle of the 10th house. So emotionally, shadow wise, and I say shadow wise because this is that aspect of you that you squish down, that you hide. Emotionally, you're having a problem letting go of things. You're having a problem dealing with things. And these could be anything from like brand new right now to things way in the past. But being that your moon's in Taurus and it's firmly in the middle of that 10th house, you're kind of digging your heels in on a lot of things emotionally. And it's hard for you to let go of things. Being that it's almost on the line with Aries too, I love you Tauruses and I love you Aries, but y'all are hard-headed. And when you're just like us Capricorns, when you put your feet down, like, that's it, I'm not budging. So that's what's up. You're having a super hard time right now letting go of things, meaning that if somebody pisses Deborah off right now, she's gonna hold a grudge for a while. For a while. Like, yeah, she's gonna hold a grudge for a while. Let me fix this right. Yeah. There we go. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's gonna hold a grudge for a long time. Here's the good thing though, okay? First, knowing all 4 of those placements, those are important placements. You have your Venus, which is your feminine power. You have your sun, which is your overall self. You have your Mercury, which is your communication. And you have your Neptune, which is moving forward, going with the flow, etc. Knowing that those 4 are in Scorpio will help you because your communication is going to be off, since it's like, let's just blurt out the shit. You can kind of hold that back a little bit. But the interesting thing is, in the middle of your chart right now are 2 humongous triangles, and there's a small one at the bottom. As long as you keep yourself in balance, okay? And balance is different for everybody, but with what I'm seeing in your chart right now, Deborah, keeping yourself emotionally in balance, which means you need to take time for you, even if it's just 5 extra minutes in the shower or whatever. And y'all can always use me as a scapegoat. You can tell the people around you, hey, my spiritual advisor said that, I need to have 5 minutes a day, or whatever you want to say. Like, I'm down. I got your back. As long as you can keep yourself in balance, you're going to be fine. That means with all that Scorpio energy, you need something grounding. Well, that's where your moon is. So those 2 will help ground each other. But the other part is set in Leo, where these other triangles, the other point is in Leo. So you need to make sure that you get a lot of air time, because that's the sign you're missing. That will help keep you in balance. So get outside and get some fresh air, okay? Take some deep breaths, get some fresh air. That will help you keep everything in balance. Okay, Miss Deborah. So, like I said, guys, if you want to get on my list, let me see if there's any tickets left because I see somebody asking. So it says sold out. I do have 25 people on my list tonight. So I'm not going to add any more tickets just yet because that will overwhelm me if I do too many. I love these and they go really quick, but I will do these again because I love doing these. All right, Miss Jennifer Avery. Let's see if I've got you in my little charts here. I don't know that I do. Let's find out. Let's find out. I do not. You get a squeaky clean new chart. Oh, why did you do that? Sometimes I can just copy and paste, and other times it's like, yeah, I'm not doing that, bitch. That was one of those times. There you are. All right. I got you pulled up, Miss Jennifer. Ooh, you were a handful as a kid, weren't you? Ooh, you have so many air placements. And you're a Pisces. Oh, you were a handful as a kid, weren't you? You were a handful as a kid. All right. Let's see about now. What's up now? Holy shit balls. You have an impressive chart. This is one of the reasons why I wish I could turn this around and show you. Now, y'all are going to make me get a third phone so I can just have it on there. So normally houses are pretty well spaced out. Not in Jennifer's case. In Jennifer's case, her ninth house and her third house take up a half of her chart. Her ninth house is like this big on the top, and the third is, I mean, it's probably over half of your chart. It's over half of your chart. You are so wrapped up in financial issues and worry and overthinking right now. And at the same time, you're trying to dive down all of the learning rabbit holes. I get it. Oh my God. That right there is what's holding you back. Like, that is the thing that just smacked me in the face. And what's even more interesting is both of those houses span all 4 elements. Both of them. It's really rare that I see somebody with houses that are that widespread. So for those of you guys asking, this is for Miss Jennifer Avery. Jennifer, the main thing holding you back right now is that your ninth and your third house are massive. They're massive. They're taking up the vast majority of your chart. I would say probably 60% of your chart is what they're taking up. Meaning that financially, you're over worried about everything. You're probably, what's funny is you think you're super strapped for cash and you're actually not. I'm not saying that you're rich, but you know, do you see what I'm saying? You feel like you don't have enough. You feel that security doesn't feel like it's very widespread. So you're like over worrying about it. Even though you have everything you need and you're good, you're over worrying about it. The other aspect is, and really up there in that part, you only have a couple of placements and they're both in Libra, which is balanced. So here's what I want you to do on that aspect. Because you have 2 placements in Libra up there and they're balanced. I want you to simply step back from the situation. And it's easier said than done, I understand. But when you start getting really frustrated about finances and so on, I want you to simply take a step back, okay? Take a step back. Look at it in the following aspects. Okay? You have a job. You have money coming in. All your bills are paid. You'll be okay. Okay? And I know, guys, I know that sometimes you're like, well, I don't have a job right now, or my bills aren't paid, or this or this. There's always something that could be worse. I want you to take a look at the good things that are going on right now. So this is for Jennifer, but this is for all of you guys. Jennifer, I want you to look at everything and just take a deep breath with it, okay? On the other aspect, here's the other part. That third house is massive as well. You have your Mercury there, your moon there, you have your Mars there, and your Jupiter there. Meaning your communication, which is currently in Aries, your moon, which is currently in Pisces, your Mars and your Jupiter, which are currently both in Aquarius. The good thing is that none of them are in retrograde in your chart right now. The bad thing is that is massive, meaning that you want to learn so much right now that you're overwhelmed with trying to pick a path. Here's going to be the easiest way for you to deal with this. Because your moon is in Pisces and it's very emotional, you want to learn the things that'll help you emotionally and move forward and so on. Not that that's not a noble idea, but here's the thing. Your moon in that particular sign is always going to overthink everything. So here's what I want you to do. When you're in that mode where you're like, I want to learn all the things and I don't even know which way to start. I don't even know which way to go, which video to watch first. Literally talk about it. Say it out loud, because your Mercury is in Aries, and Aries is a cardinal, like, let's go, let's make a decision. Talk about it. Talk to yourself out loud. And if everybody thinks you're crazy, who gives a shit? Literally ask yourself, do you want to watch a video on crystals, or do you want to watch a video on zodiac signs? You're going to go, oh, I want to watch crystals. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, but you know what I'm saying. Talk about it out loud. Let your communication be the one that puts you where you need to be. Because holy damn. Seriously. Holy damn. That's insane right there. That right there is what's holding you back. Those are so out of balance that it's driving you nuts. Okay. You're a Pisces. So, okay. So that's why it's driving you so nuts. You're overthinking everything and you need that balance. You need to be able to go with the flow, and you can't get past that. So I got you, gal. I got you. You'll be all right. I promise. One of the things I love about these charts is that, or these reads in particular, is that there are some things that are absolute glaring obvious, smack me in the face kind of things. And I can usually tell you what to do to fix them. So now I'm on to Miss Andrea Vins. And so I see some of you guys asking about where Ventura is and so on. I will be doing a meet and greet in LA. So for those of you guys that are in LA, I will be in your neck of the woods in just about a week. For those of you guys in Sedona and in Albuquerque or close to it, I will have meet and greets there around the 1st of September. Come out, hang out, have dinner. Let's talk about some spiritual shit and giggle, and you can make me snort, laugh, and we'll talk about all the things. Okay? I do have to put tickets on there because the events, I'm actually like, you know, renting a space or a private room in a restaurant, etc., for us to hang out and eat. So that's what the ticket price is for. So yeah, I would love to see you guys. So yes, I will be setting these up everywhere I go. Yes, there will be one in Vegas in September, and Portland and Seattle in October. So all the things. All right, Miss Andrea. Oh, you're a Cancer. Okay. So I'm looking at your chart like when you were born, and it's pretty well balanced. It's just slightly off in a couple areas, but it's decently well balanced, more well balanced than a lot of people. Okay. And now it is not. It's pretty interesting. Okay. Woo. Okay. So here's the first thing that I see that just smacked me in the face. That is, okay. I'm just going to say okay, like repeatedly. Your Jupiter, which is your personal power, sits right between, it's right on the line of your 10th and 11th house, which is family, and then how you view relationships. Jupiter is your personal power. Not only is it on that line, it's also in Pisces, which means it's overly emotional right now, and it's in retrograde in your chart right now. Meaning, you feel like you have no personal power. You know it's there. Thank you, Cass. I appreciate the gift. And if I missed anybody else's gift, I'm so sorry. I get to nerding on these and I forget. So thank you, Cass. I appreciate that. Andrea, right now, you feel like you have no personal power. Like you just feel like it's not there. And being that this line between your 10th and 11th house sits in Pisces, which is emotions, ruled by emotions, and both of those have to do with family and relationships, you're kind of feeling like you're lost on those a little bit too. Not sure which way to go with some of them. Where's your Mercury? Your Mercury's in Leo right now. And okay, your sun sign is in Leo too. Oh, so you feel like you don't have a lot of personal power, but at the same time, your inner self is telling you, oh my God, you've got all this power. What are you doing? Why are you moping around? But for some reason, I feel like your inner self is like this big and you're not listening to that self. Thank you, Belle. I appreciate that. Here's the thing. Where that line sits, it starts the top of a massive triangle. It starts at the biggest triangle there is with your moon and your Mars. Your moon sits in Gemini right now. Your Mars sits in, it sits in Virgo. There's an easy way for you to fix this power aspect. It's going to take you a little bit. It's easy, but hard. You know what I mean? So, first of all, you have to shut your head off. You have to shut your brain off. Because where your moon sits right now in Gemini, you're overthinking everything. The good thing about it is you're seeing all of the sides. You're seeing all of the aspects. So your moon being in Gemini is allowing you to see all the way around everything, the problems and the good things. So you're overthinking everything. Now, this is going to be kind of comical, but I want you to hear me out. Because of where your Mars sits in Virgo right now. And you just need to pull out your inner dude. Literally. You just need to pull out your inner masculine strength. Literally mansplain things to yourself. Look at things in a very simple fashion. Okay? I know you're seeing all the way around every problem and it's driving you crazy right now. Look at it like a 12-year-old boy. It's very black and white. You don't have to overthink everything. So when you start overthinking everything, I want you to pull your inner 12-year-old boy out and go, well, that's dumb. Or we should do that. Literally. I know it sounds funny. I want you to try it. Because you feel like you have no personal power right now, but at the same time, your sun sign sits firmly in Leo, which is a lot of confidence and power. So your Jupiter being in retrograde in your chart is just covering that up. And if you start looking at it in a very simplistic manner, very black and white, it'll help you to erase that feeling of helplessness, that feeling of not having any personal power. Okay? Literally look at it like a very overconfident 12-year-old boy. Black and white, yes or no. Don't overthink it. It's going to take you a bit to get there, but let me look at how long let me see how long that's in retrograde. For a while. For a while. So the thing that's actually moving the most is your moon. Okay. So that's going to be in retrograde. Your Jupiter is going to be in retrograde for a while, love. So you're definitely going to want to look at things like very simplistic. Very simplistic. Yes, go play in the dirt. That's a fantastic idea, Leanne. Go play in the dirt. That's one of the things lately, guys. It's kind of been a theme with a lot of people, is allowing the simplicity of things to be exactly what it is. Because if you're overthinking everything, there it is. Knew that was coming because I'm not breathing. If you allow yourself to overthink everything, then it's going to cause a massive problem. We're taught to overthink everything. By looking at something very simplistically, black or white, yes or no, it suddenly gets very, very clear. I promise. So, hope that helps, girl. Look at it very simplistically. All right, Miss Alicia Chastain. Oh, you're in Oklahoma, girl. Look at you. How did I not know that? All right, gal. Let's pull yours up here. Thank you, guys. I don't have a ton of makeup on today because it was rainy and I had to go to the doctor, so I had to get out in the rain. Oh, Lord. You are so Libra. You have 5 Libra placements. You have 5 Libra placements. And then 2 Gemini placements. You are literally all air. Okay, not literally, but almost all air. All right. Let's see what's fucking you up right now. You're out of balance. Okay, why are you out of balance? Oh, there we go. Okay. Because I was like, you're out of balance, but I couldn't see what, like I could see what, but I needed to look at the attributes more. I know that just made no sense, but your signs are pretty much in balance. Your cardinal is just slightly lower than the other 2, which is actually a good thing because it keeps you from rushing forward too much. Your fixed part is the biggest part. That's this middle of getting things done. And your mutable is the second biggest part, which is finishing up something. So that's really good. What's out of balance is your elements. Your air is almost 50% of your chart right now. It's 46%. 20%, 20% are water and fire. And then 13% is earth. That's what's out of balance. You are not grounded and you can't stay grounded right now. So you're going to have to make sure that you do extra, that you go above and beyond with the grounding, especially since most of your chart right now is air. That's how you normally work. Because when you were born, second yawn, here we go. I broke the seal and now I'm going to yawn all the time. Fuck. Okay. You're used to having most of your signs air signs. You're used to being able to think, to process ideas, to work through things very intellectually. But the other things need to be in balance. And right now your earth is much smaller than the other ones. So you need to be grounding yourself on a daily basis, a couple of times a day, in the morning and in the evening at the least. If you can't go outside and throw your feet in the dirt or, you know, touch some trees, touch some grass, whatever it is, you need to carry some wood on you, whether it's petrified or whether it's just regular wood beads. You need to carry something like an Apache tear. That's very protective and grounding, things like that. One thing that I would recommend, I don't know if you live in a house or an apartment or whatever, go to a place that for you helps you feel like you. Some people, it's like their yard, their house, their home is where they feel safe. Other people, it may be family property. It may be your parents' house. It may be whatever. Get a piece of wood from there. Get a piece of wood from there. You don't have to go break something off a tree or whatever. All you do, you can pick one up off the ground and put it in your pocket. Wearing, like, I have wood earrings on today because my ass needs to be grounded a little bit with the epilepsy shit. You need to do everything you can to ground you back to yourself. That's what's got you out of balance. If you can get that back in balance, then you're golden. Okay? Then you're golden, girl. All right. Miss Christine Carver. I'm pretty sure I have you in here. There you are. All right. Now I got to get all comfies here. Got my little leggings on from New Orleans. So I do want to mention before I start talking about Christine, I had a few people message me today about a new account on Instagram that is not me. And here's what I'm curious about. This Blue Bodie 22 has more followers than I do on Instagram. And they're stealing my shit. What the fuck, y'all? What the fuck? It is not me. The last post this person made was in May of stealing my shit. So, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, or if you are, make sure you're following the right me. It's literally just the Blue Bodie. There's no line after it. There's no 22 after it. There's no number at all. It's just the Blue Bodie. I post pictures on a daily basis. If you guys get a request from me on Instagram or here on TikTok asking you for a reading, please know that that is not me. And please, please, please waste their time. Have fun. Make up shit if you need to. I don't care. Please waste their time. Please report them. Please block them. It is not me. And if you're not following me on Instagram, shame on you. And if you're following this other account, shame on you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Miss Christine Carver. It is happening a lot more. It is happening a lot more. And I know I'm not the only creator that this is happening to. And what's irritating is that I have requested repeatedly for Instagram to verify me. I provided my TikTok. I provided my driver's license, like everything, and they still won't verify me. I don't understand. I also don't understand why I can't get verified on TikTok. But it is what it is. All right. So, Miss Christine, I'm looking at your birth chart. You only have one water placement and it's in Scorpio. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So I see a lot of what's going on with you right now. Almost every single placement is on one side of your chart. And it leaves almost everything open on your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 9th houses. There's only one placement in your 4th house. Everything else is in 1, 2, 3, or 10, 11, 12. Everything. In fact, the majority of, the majority of your placements right now, and all 4 of them are in your 10th and 11th house are in retrograde. So this is your Jupiter, your Saturn, your Mars, and your Pluto. All of these sit in Libra and one in Scorpio. But like I said, all of them are in retrograde. Babe, you are over worrying about family and relationships right now. You're over worrying about it. I understand why. Because having those 4 placements there and 3 of them are in Libra means that you're striving for balance in a lot of these, and there's not. It's like every time you feel like you get it in balance, something tips the scale again, like this. Something tips the scale again. Okay, so let me look here and see if we can figure out how to fix this. Okay, two things. There it is. Knew it was coming. So, there's not much you can do about being over worried about family and relationships right now. It is what it is. It is what it is, okay? Here's what you can do to help. So right now, the biggest part of your chart is an immutable sign, which is ending things. You're striving to end all of this stuff, not just family, friend, you know what I mean? Not just that stuff relationship wise. The next biggest part is your cardinal sign, which is moving forward really quickly. So you're ending things really quickly to move forward really quickly. The smallest part of your chart, and it's way smaller than both of the other ones, is the fixed part, which is actually knuckling down and getting stuff done. So right now, when you feel like you're about to cut corners, like pay attention to how you're feeling. When you feel like you're about to cut corners, just to cut something off so you can start something new, really take a look at it and see if you're actually done or not, or see if that situation is done or not. Does that make sense? The other part is that you're kind of in the same boat with Alicia in that your grounding is way off. It's way off. Your air is humongous. It's taking up almost half your chart, which means you're overthinking everything. But it also means that you're processing everything very, very intellectually. By grounding yourself a little bit more, it will help you manifest the results that you're wanting with your family. Okay? I will say there's not a lot you can do about the overthinking the family and friends because of where those 4 retrograde placements are sitting. And it's gonna be there for a little while. Knowing that it is holding you back will help you tremendously. So when you feel like you're rushing forward, when you feel like you're rushing to cut something off, stop and take a look at it. Like literally step back. Look at it as like if you were your best friend looking at it. And see if there's somewhere that needs to be taken care of a little more. And don't rush into new things. Get yourself really grounded and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. We all overthink things anyway, so. All right. So, I have Mel up next. Do you go by Mel or do you go by, what do you go by? Because I don't want to call you the wrong thing. And I don't have you on here, so you get a shiny new chart too. And I'm just going to put enchant on here. Enchantment. So I'm used to having square nails, and these are not. These are like pointed, and so my finger keeps slipping off of shit. Is what it is. All right. Australia. You're welcome, love. So you go by Mel. Okay, good. Ooh, don't you have a pointy little chart? All right. Woo, you are really hard-headed. I'm looking at your birth chart. You have 3 Aries placements and 3 Virgo placements. The good thing is, I would bet you don't really have a problem making decisions. All right, so let's see what's up now. So when I say the first thing that jumped out at me, you're probably going to laugh. You ready? You're actually in balance right now. Your chart is perfectly in balance. Where your houses sit, everything is the exact same right now. That's the first thing that hit me. I was like, not a lot of people are in balance. Not a lot of people are in balance. I will say the next thing that hits me, there's a couple things. Your Saturn is in Pisces right now, meaning that your emotions are ruling, they're overruling karma. And I know that sounds weird, but it's overruling what you know needs to happen going forward. So like, you know, maybe you need to cut this person off, but your emotions are like, well, they've been around for a long time and it's comfortable. So you like talk yourself out of the things that need to happen karmically. You're really worried about hurting other people's feelings right now. And I have a feeling that thank you for the lights, love. I have a feeling that that's a new thing for you. Because having those 3 Aries and those 3 Virgo placements, you can make decisions and you can cut a motherfucker off like that. So this is a new thing for you. So now you're like, am I broken? Did I pick myself? Why am I overthinking all this? Why emotions? So I know the balance thing doesn't seem, everybody's like, oh my God, that's great. But if you're not used to being in balance and suddenly your chart's in balance and everything, you know, astrologically is in balance in your houses, you kind of like, I don't know what's going on right now. I get it. So just know your houses are all in balance right now. And that next part is that your emotions are overruling what needs to happen karmically around you. I was freezing my butt off a while ago, and now I'm burning up. So, I'm gonna look at one more thing. There we go. That's it right there. So here's what's funny. You know how I was just talking about your Pisces and how it's causing you to not be able to cut things off? That's exactly what's holding you back. That is the main problem, because I'm looking at your elements. They're pretty well balanced, except your fire is a little smaller, meaning you can't be like, nope, fuck you, bye. But at the same time, when I'm looking at your cardinal, fixed, and mutable, your cardinal is like a sliver and your fixed is tiny and your mutable is literally 80% of your chart. Meaning that you're like, I need to cut this motherfucker off, but I can't because I might hurt their feelings. So you have that drive. You have a lot of things karmically going on right now that you need to cut out of your life. And I have a feeling it's driving you nuts because your fire is like little bitty. And you're going to have to, like I told Andrea, I don't know if you heard me with that. You're just going to have to look at it in very black and white, like a 12-year-old boy, and do it. Just do it. Burn the bridge so you can't go back across it. You know what I mean? That's literally the best thing I can recommend. But you're going to have to force it. Like, you're going to have to force it. And it is going to make you uncomfortable for a little bit, but the more you do it, the easier it's going to get. Okay, let me go back here. Go. Oh, it is pouring down right here. Oh, yeah. Your Saturn is going to sit there for a while. I have a feeling this is probably a lesson you need to learn. Oh, my God. What's even funnier is that... Hang on. There you go. So here's something really cool. Thank you, Miss Trisha. So here's something really cool, Mel. You know how I said your houses were all in balance? Well, what I was doing is because on this program, I can pull it forward. So I was doing it by weeks. Like I was trying to just spot check and see how many weeks your Saturn, thank you, Miss Mel, how many weeks your Saturn is going to be in your Pisces. It's going to be there a while. But I noticed that, remember how I said your chart's in balance? I noticed that the interior points where things are in conjunction and things are square, balanced again, you suddenly have a huge square of it. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So around the 20th of October, that week, not only is your houses in balance, but you have all these things come square in balance, one of them being your Saturn. So I would say that you get a lot better with this whole aspect of emotional and the karma and all that shit in October, about the 20th. Your moon, your Pluto, and your sun sign all come into a square with Saturn. So even though your Saturn's going to be there a while, it tells me that you listen and you do the things. You do the things. So come October, especially toward the end of October, girl, you're on fire. Just saying. Does that help? I love that. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Right about the witch's new year. You're on absolute fire, girl. Absolute fire. I just now realized, like, I hope I'm not saying girl, and I don't know if you're a girl or a boy, and I'm so sorry. So if I'm wrong, I apologize. If I'm wrong, I apologize. All right, Tara, let me grab you here. Right back, love. All right. So one cool thing about it storming and raining, and this is one thing I was explaining to my team earlier, it has its good and its bad. So I have epilepsy, as some of you guys know or may not know, and it's really, really affected by the weather and by all of the barometric pressure. So I had a very, very rough night last night. I've had a very rough day today. However, when I'm coming out of that, I can channel things like this. So while like my son and I know a couple of my wranglers were worried about me doing readings tonight, I was not, because it's like I see things really quickly. I probably also will end up sitting up writing poetry most of the night. I usually get obsessively creative. I do have to pour deities later, so I'll be pouring some deities. So, all right, Tara, you ready? So I've got you pulled up here. So let's look at you first. And let's look at you now. Ooh, there it is. Kabam. Okay. You are used to your moon being pretty evenly balanced between air and water. And now it's full on in Gemini, and everything else in your chart's way down here. Not only is it full in Gemini, but it's in the 10th house, meaning that you are overthinking every single thing with your family, relationships, and your family. Like, you do have some shadow work to do there, but some of the stuff that's popping up is not shadow work. It is just all of this moon whacking you and you overthinking it. Like, it's just, oh girl, I'm sorry. I always want to say girl, and I'm so sorry if you're not. I just want to hug the shit out of you right now. So here's the thing. Your moon is going to be in Gemini for a while. And it's going to sit firmly in your 10th house for a while. You are going to be overthinking everything as far as family goes, relationships. You're probably going to have like some weird suspicions, and you're like, why the hell am I thinking that? But then you're like, that resonates. Like, what? I'm really like, you're in your own feels way too much with this. Okay. But here's the thing. You actually have this beautiful triangle between your moon, your sun, and your Mars. So your moon and your Mars are both air, meaning you can look at things very plain and very logically. That's what the Mars part means. Your personal power is in Sagittarius. If you start catching yourself when that overthinking moon aspect comes in, when that shadow starts to overwhelm you and you get too much of the feels, you kind of catch yourself a minute and remember all that personal power, because having your personal power in Sagittarius, there is no reason you should be doubting anything at all about yourself, your relationships, etc. No reason, but you are. Literally back up just a minute and go, this is not me. I'm not overthinking this anymore. And I know, guys, when I'm saying this, you're like, well, that sounds, easier said than done. It does. But here's the thing. If you start saying it and you start doing it, it's not going to take you very long, and those things are going to happen. Okay? Change your words, change your mindset. I know that sounds stupid, but it works. Seriously works. And besides, you're also telling the universe, I'm not playing your bullshit game anymore. Like, I see through the matrix. So, Tara, you need to use that Mars masculine energy that's in Libra, that's balanced, and that personal power that's in Sagittarius to overwhelm that overthinking, questioning every relationship around you. Because right now, that being in Gemini, you're having a hard time trusting people that care about you and that you care about, and you don't know why. So that right there is what's holding you back. That's what's holding you back the most right now, is being overly worried about relationships and things you shouldn't be worried about. And that's a shit place to be. And I'm so sorry. Miss Danielle Jackson. Let me see if I've already got you in here. I bet I do. I do not. What? You get a shiny new chart. Oh. That's a cool story. A cannonball, solar eclipse, solar flare headed this way. It's a corgi butt. Thank you for the corgi butt. So I don't know if y'all know or not, but there's been some massive, crazy solar flare shit going on over the last few days. Apparently, there was a massive one that's now hit. Coolsies. If you guys don't know what a cannibal solar eclipse or solar flare, I keep saying eclipse, stop it. A cannibal solar flare is. That's where one solar flare is let go, right? And the other one comes so fast that it overwhelms it, it cannibalizes it. So now you got two in one. Yeah. Good times. Damn it. All right. So there is a really good app that my good friend Tuck turned me on to the other day. I follow all that stuff. Like, if you guys don't follow Solar Weather, I think it's Solar Weather Aware here on TikTok, do it. He's fantastic at putting out updates on a daily basis. But there's also Space Weather Live is a great app, and you can get on there, use it. It will send alerts to your phone when there's a solar flare headed this way, etc. It's awesome. Hey, Letty, how are you? So it made me so happy to see that you have a picture of me on your peace wall. That it made me feel all special, love. So thank you, and I'm so glad I could make you happy sending that to you. Mwah! All the love, Miss Sweet Little Letty. All right, Miss Danielle Jackson, you ready, Shug? Whoa, what is that? Okay, let's see what's up here. All right. So, Danielle, here's what's holding you back right now. And this is another one that's going to sound funny. And I had to make your chart go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Right now, let me do one thing real quick. Okay. Right now, you are almost back in balance with where you were when you were born. Like really, really close. Your line work between all your houses is almost the same. You have other things that have come into balance. 3 is a humongously important number for you right now. You have 3 different groups of 3 different signs in 3 different zodiacs. 3, 3, 3. 9 is important too. 3 Libras, 3 Scorpios, 3 Sagittarius. So, well, have a good first day of school, sugar. I'm glad I saw that. Okay. Ooh. As you're coming back into balance with yourself, your cardinal signs are ruling everything you do, pushing you forward, making you want to do things, making you want to start things, making you not want to finish. In fact, you're mutable as little bitty, making you not want to finish new things. So you have all this shit that you're starting, and all this other stuff back here is piled up. So you're going to have to be really careful with that. When you want to start all this new stuff, you're going to have a hard talk with yourself like, hey, do I really have time to start that? What can I finish before I start something else? The other thing that I see that's crazily obvious is your fire, your earth, and your water are almost perfectly in balance. Your fire and your air are both 33.3%. Your water is 26.7%. Your earth, however, is like a sliver. It's a 6.7. You're going to have to look at things very practically, look at things very logically, and see what it is that you can do to be productive instead of just rushing forward with all this new stuff. And I feel this on a deep level, trust me. Grounding for you is going to be a little different because it's not so much just, I knew I was going to go on. It's not so much just going out, sticking your feet in the dirt, because with that little sliver, it's almost non-existent. So you're going to have to find a way to ground yourself in every other element. Meaning that when you're processing ideas and you're looking at information, you look at it very practically. When you're looking at your emotions and your sensitivities and your intuition, you're doing so very practically. And when you're looking at running forward into all these new things, you also have to look at it very practically. Anything that you can do and have on you that's grounding is going to be a great thing. One thing I'd recommend for you is something that attaches you back to your family, whether it's a pendant, like, that somebody in your family gave you, or a ring or a shirt or whatever it is, something that reminds you of your family, that helps you ground back to who you are. Because holy damn, Holy damn is just going to be the new thing tonight. Holy damn. Holy damn it is. Feel free to use that, guys. So that's what's holding you back right now, Danielle, is this trying to rush forward with everything. Trying to rush forward with everything. All right, Miss Lisa. Do I have you in a chart already? I do not. Okay. Bright, shiny new Lisa chart. It is. Jacksonville. I have a cousin that lives in Jacksonville. It's really pretty there. All right, let's look at your little chart. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at now. Okay. So your Saturn right now sits in your 11th house. It's in retrograde and it's in Aries. It's also the pinpoint of a massive triangle with your Neptune and your Pluto. Okay. You have no idea which way you want to go. You know you need to do something, you need to take action, you need to move forward, but you don't know how. And it's like, oh God, it's frustrating even looking at this. Because with being in retrograde, here's what's even funnier. Your Saturn is at 23 degrees in Aries, which is 46 degrees. So your Saturn, thank you, Miss Sassy Pants. Your Saturn is literally half of your Aries. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense to you guys, but you have this drive to move forward and it's driving you nuts. Like action, 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 go, go, go. I need to make a decision. I need to do some things. Okay, let me see what I need to look at one thing real quick. Because you're a Leo. Okay. Here's what's even funnier. Your sun right now is in Libra at 0 degrees, meaning you're trying to be so balanced in everything that it's holding you back. Okay, I see now why the number. Okay, with your sun being at a 0 and in Libra, and then your Saturn being half degree, right half of what your Aries is, you have this drive to move forward, but yet you're trying to keep everything in balance, so you can't. You have all this karmic stuff that is building up. I have a feeling that it's been cut in half, that you don't have as much karmic stuff, and that's a lot of why you're having a problem making a decision. You're too grounded. You're too grounded. Your fire and your water are both 13.3%. They're even. Your air is 33.3%. Your earth is 40% of your chart right now. Meaning that you are too grounded. You are trying to be too practical about things. And you're overthinking all of it. Because your earth, the only thing smaller, or the only thing close to it is your air. Meaning that you're being too practical, you're being too intellectual about it, and you're trying to make everything run perfect. You're trying to make everything run perfect. You're not giving enough attention to your fire and your water. Trust your intuition, make a decision, and don't look back. And it's going to drive you nuts. It's going to drive that practical part of you and that intellectual part of you up the wall. But do it. Do it. Make a decision, like literally make a snap decision, and don't allow yourself to go back. Don't allow yourself to even think about it. When it pops in your head, nope. And start little, okay? Start little. Start with like, okay, I'm going to go to Starbucks and I don't know what I'm going to get because practically I don't really need all that caffeine and I don't need all the sugar, but this is what I really want. Thanks, Rochelle. And when you get there, make a snap decision and get the thing with all the sugar and all the caffeine and be happy. And when your brain goes, oh, I shouldn't have done that, go, shut up. We're doing it. Shut up. I mean, you're going to have some hardcore talks with yourself because you're literally too grounded right now. You're so grounded that you have your feet about 3 feet in the dirt. That's how grounded you are. Great spiritually, not so great everywhere else. So, yeah. Start making some decisions and not looking back. And like I said, start small. Start with little tiny things during the day. And as soon as your brain goes, oh, I shouldn't have done that, go, shut up. Shut up. That's what I have to do with mine a lot. All right, Miss Linda Curran. Let's see here. So my son and I went and ate after my neurosurgeon appointment, and I think I'm still full. We went and ate at this amazing little place here in Tulsa that's so cheap, and they give you so much damn food, and I still have food in there, and it's so good. Let's see if I remember that day right. Oh, I didn't. Shit. I was 1 off. Pretty close. Good job. All right, Miss Linda. Ooh, girl. I don't know if you're on here, Miss Linda, but your placements. So in the middle of your chart. Thank you, Miss Lisa. I love seeing that one. Thank you. I love you too. In your chart, you have, it almost looks like a satellite dish. Y'all know the old school satellite dishes, the big, huge ones that have the huge thing that comes up the front. Yours literally looks like a satellite dish, and it points straight to your Saturn, which was in retrograde when you were born. That right there tells me that you have so much karmic stuff to work through in this life. I'm going to put it now and see where your Saturn is. Okay, that makes me happy. Makes me happy and sad at the same time. Because you know how I just said all of that? Your Saturn, it is in the same spot, isn't it? So when you were born, your Saturn was at 23 degrees and it was in retrograde. Now, it's at 23 degrees, but it's not in retrograde. It's right. It's righted. So here's why this is fantastic. It tells me that you've been through a lot of shit and you've come out on the other side. The sad thing about that is it tells me you've been through a lot of shit. It tells me that you've really worked through so much karmic shit from past lives, and you've done it and you're on the other side of it. You're also almost completely in balance with your houses, which is a place that you're not used to being. So this is going to sound funny. What's holding you back right now is the fact that everything's going good. I know you might look around and be like, but it's not. It actually is. And I want you to shift your thinking to looking at it like this. I can see just from your Saturn placement, from your karmic placement there, and how much it's changed. And the fact that the numbers are like perfect. You've literally gone through almost all, I would say really all of the karmic shit you had to get through in this life to move on. You've gone through it. Everything else is cake. All your houses are in balance. Cake. Your moon is only at 1 degree, little tiny thing. So your shadow work right now is in a good spot. Your Jupiter, it's only at -1 degree retrograde, and it's in Leo. So I understand. I mean, it's almost as close to being as neutral as possible. Oh, your sun right now is in Virgo. That's what it is. Virgos usually tend to be restless, especially when things are going great. They get all upset because they're like, things cannot be this good. Things cannot be this good. So with everything coming into balance and with you completing all the karmic shit you had to complete, your soul is so used to the shit that now that you're coming out and there's no shit, you're like, where's all the shit? You're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're always waiting for the bucket of water to dump on your head, for someone to pull the rug out from under your feet. But it's not there. It's not there. You've already gone through all of it. But I think that trauma response wise, you're expecting it. And when it doesn't come, it makes you really anxious because you're not expecting it. Let me look at one thing here real quick. Yeah, too good to be true is about exactly how it is. You're in a similar boat with Lisa in that you're a little too grounded. Your fire and your water are a little bigger. They're at 26.7, both of them. Your air is at 13.3. But your earth, is 33.3. It's the biggest part of your chart. So you're almost a little bit too grounded. You're being too grounded and too firm in all of this. Well, this is how it's always been. I've always had the shit. I've always had the problems. And so your brain is shutting down when all of these good things are happening. And when you're realizing, okay, that might actually be a good thing. When you're realizing all that, your brain goes, no. So you're shutting that down. So part of your struggle right now is going to be to kind of pull yourself out of it, pull yourself out of being so grounded in who you are. Because who you were is not who you are. Does that make sense? You've grounded yourself too much in being in the shit. And so the universe has got you in a pause right now. Because the universe is like, man, I've put you through all the shit. You've been through all the shit. Everything's in balance right now. But you've grounded yourself so much in being in the shit that you can't pull yourself out of it. So you're going to have to start little bitty things and letting go of those feelings. Every day you need to be looking at things around you and looking at them in a different light. Look for the silver lining every single time. Just like have a day this week where that's all you do is look at the good. Don't look at anything bad. Look at only the good. And see how you feel after that day. So say there's a car wreck down the road, okay? And you're like, well, you have extra time to listen to your favorite song now. You have extra time at lunch. You have extra time off of work. Look at those things. Does that make sense? Like spend one day where every single thing that happens is good. No matter what it is. Maybe that car wreck is keeping you from going down the road and being in a really bad car wreck. It's going to sound weird, but I promise it'll help. It'll help pull you out of that waiting for all the bad shit to happen. It'll pull you out of it. Might take you a little bit, but it'll pull you out of it. I would say after a couple weeks, you'll probably start being like, it'll just automatically flip. Does that make sense? So, Miss Minnie, I think I have you in here. Do I not? Do I not? How do I not? All right, Miss Ankita. I know I saw you in here earlier. How are you, girl? I don't know if you're still here. There you are. How are you, sugar? Woo, you have all the Virgo placements. Holy cow, you have 6 Virgo placements. Wow. That's impressive. That's impressive. What's even more impressive is not only do you have 6 Virgo placements, but they literally are at the bottom of a triangle, and the triangle points straight up towards your Jupiter, your personal power. That's craziness. All right. Okay. Yours is pretty easy. It's like jumping out, hit me in the face. So when you were born, what your soul is used to, okay? What your soul is used to is that your moon is in Aries, which means you make quick decisions on emotions, you make quick decisions on shadow work, etc. You move forward. You're used to your Jupiter being in Cancer, which is being a little hard on yourself, being a lot hard on yourself, and being a little hard on other people because you expect the same from them, but still being really squishy inside when it comes to people you care about. What's going on right now is that your Jupiter and your moon are both in Cancer at 0 degrees. And they're both right at the tip of this really crazy diamond shaped. And all the stuff in the bottom is Virgo. So your moon's fucking you up right now. Your shadow side is messing you up right now. Because instead of being able to like make the decision and go forward and be like, this is what's happening. Okay, that happened. I get it. I'm done with it. I processed it. Bye. Now it's like festering. That moon and all that shadow stuff is sitting there. And not only is it kind of festering, but it's messing with your personal power as well. It's making you question what you're doing. It's making you question where you are. It's making you question how strong you are. And you still have all these Virgo placements down here. You're one amazingly strong woman. You're one amazingly strong woman. No one is pulling the wool over your eyes in any way, shape, or form. Except your own self. Except your own self. Because that moon being in Cancer right there, it's like your emotions are canceling out your personal power. And your personal power is canceling out your emotions. And they're just like this. Back and forth. Over and over and over. So I would bet that here lately you've caught yourself letting emotions push your actions forward instead of allowing your personal power like normal to make those decisions. Okay, so let me look at this. We can tell you how to fix it. All of your main signs right now are in water. Oh, holy crap. All right, you ready? Here. When I'm looking at your cardinal, fixed, mutable, they're pretty even. Your fixed is a little low, your cardinal's a little high, but it's pretty even. Your elements though. Your elements though. Your earth placement, your water placements right now, those emotions that I just talked about are 53% of your chart. Over half. 40% of your chart is earth, meaning that you're overly letting emotions and sensitivities like they're taking over, and then you're grounding yourself in those emotions. So this is a place you've never been. Like this is a place you've never been. You're used to being super grounded in things. Your air is 6.7%, and you have no fire placements right now. None. Which means you feel like you've lost your fire lately. Like you literally feel like you've lost your drive, you've lost your fire, and you're overthinking everything. So you need to connect back to the fire. You need to connect back to your drive and your enthusiasm and your action going forward. Damn. I'm trying to think of the best way to tell you to reconnect to your fire. And that's hard. Okay, let me go back to your birth chart here. Let me look at something. Yeah, you're used to half your chart being your earth and everything else being pretty much in balance. And now you've lost your fire. Okay. So you're going to have to find your fire again, love. You're going to have to reconnect to it. And I literally would recommend being around some fire as much as you can. Being around things that have the fire element as much as you can. Being around reds, being around oranges, being around yellows. You're just going to have to force yourself to do it. How long are you stuck in this? How long are you stuck in this? You're in this for a while. But here's the thing. As I'm watching your chart move forward, you're in this for a while. But your moon starts to move pretty far away from your Jupiter. Okay. Your moon overtakes your Jupiter and starts to move the other way. So you're going to be in this for a little while, but it's not forever. You're going to have to really force yourself to find your fire, to find that push forward again, because you're used to it being there and now it's gone. That's a hard one. That's really a hard one. I'm so sorry, girl. The universe is not being very nice to you right now in that aspect, because it's like, you know, you need to move forward and you want to move forward, but you literally have no fire, no drive to do it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The universe is a dick sometimes. So, hi, Ice Cream Mama. I'm glad that you found me on the For You page there. So, Miss Minnie, you need to be around fire as much as possible. Wear red as much as possible. Red's an action-oriented color. Lots of red. It'll put you in the mindset of fire and moving forward. So, I'm sorry that the universe is not being nice to you. That's kind of a dick move. That's a dick move, universe. All right, Miss Amanda Butts, you ready? Let's see if I've got your chart. Nope, you get a shiny new chart too. I'll bet you look fabulous in red anyway with that beautiful dark hair of yours. I can't wear red. It makes me sad. Because there are sometimes like, I want to wear fucking red. It has to be like maroon. I love you. All right. Here we go, Miss Amanda. All right, let's see what's up here. Well, keep hitting the wrong thing. Best, okay. Right now, you have a ton of Scorpio placements. You have a ton of Scorpio placements. Okay, let me look here. What's up? Okay. Right now, your mutable is only 20%, where the other two are 40. Okay. You're going to make it tough on me. You're going to make me look through all the things down here. Okay, there we go. So, right now, almost everything is in your northern hemisphere, which is subconscious. So you feel like nothing is in your control. Not only do you feel like nothing is in your control, you feel like everything going on around you is literally squashing your personal power. And you can't seem to finish anything. It's just frustrating. It's all the frustration. Okay, I got you. So here's the thing. What I was looking at is most of your placements are in Scorpio. Most of the other ones are in an earth sign. You only have a little bit of air placement right now. That's your smallest one, okay? So you need to really connect to your intellect, okay? You need to connect to that. I almost said that very intellectual way of looking at things. And I'm like, bitch, you can't use that word twice. Here's what I'd recommend. When you feel like you're being too flowy, when you feel like you're being too stubborn, and we all know when we feel like that, okay? Because you have a lot of water placements right now. In fact, your water and your earth are both 33.3. When those two take over, that means you're too far in your emotions or you're too far grounded. You're like being too practical and you're swinging back and forth between the other two. You don't have a lot of drive, but you don't have a lot. I would bet right now you also feel like your brain's not working correctly. Like it's almost like you feel kind of dumb in a way. You're like, I used to be able to know what this was and make this decision and so on. Your air is really small right now, meaning that you're not able to share your ideas. You're not able to process things. You're not able to smarts. You really need to connect back to that part of you. So here's what I'd recommend. We all have a topic like yawns. We all have a topic that we're kind of an expert in. It's something that's fascinated us our whole life. We know way too much useless trivia about it. But, thank you, Miss CS. But when that topic comes up, we absolutely fall down the nerd rabbit hole and we can talk about it for hours. And it makes us feel smart. I want you to do that. I want you, that thing that you're the most passionate about, the thing that you feel very grounded in, very firm, very smart, expert in. I want you to get on Reddit. I want you to get on TikTok. I want whatever it is. Reddit's the best one. And I want you to go through there and I want you to read and I want you to answer questions and I want you to post questions and I want you to fall down the Reddit rabbit hole of the thing that you're smart in, the thing that you excel in. Even if it's super weird, super obscure, it's on Reddit, I promise you. I want you to do that. I want you to do that. It will help you connect back to that brain that's in there. It will help you connect back to your brain. And it will help kind of quash that emotional thing and quash when you're being kind of hard-headed. Those are the perfect times to do it. When you feel like you're going too far out there with your emotions, go put yourself in a timeout and go play on Reddit. When you feel like you're being too stubborn about something and you don't know why, go put yourself in a timeout and go be on Reddit on the thing that you're an expert in. Okay? That'll help you, Miss Amanda. All right, Miss Shannon Sprague. Let's see if I have yours in here. And then y'all get to watch me eat some pepperonis. Because I love charcuterie boards and I didn't have time to fix me one. Well, if I can get the damn thing open, that'd be nice. It's the other thing I hate about having pointed nails and not having square ones. It is what it is. All right. Miss Shannon Sprague. I'm pretty sure I have yours in here. I do not. How do I not? I think this is a Mandela effect. There's got to be a Mandela effect. Because there's a lot of y'all, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've read a chart for you before. Nope. No, I haven't. And the dogs heard me open pepperonis and smelled me open pepperonis. And now they're all over me. All right. Here we go, Miss Shannon. You ready? All right. Okay. Okay. You're making me work for it too, girl. The main thing that I see off the bat. So this is weird. I'm going to tell you the very first thing I noticed. When I'm looking at your transit chart. Everything is up here. And it forms this really beautiful gem shape. This beautiful, multifaceted gem shape. I see why that stood out to me now. That right there tells me that you're seeing things a little too deeply in the world. You firmly stepped out of the matrix. You're seeing things too deeply in the world. And I have a feeling it's kind of driving you a little crazy. You're probably saying to yourself repeatedly like, oh, okay, cool. I'm legit crazy at this point. You're not legit crazy. Everything is in balance perfectly right now for your gifts to be through the roof. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So first of all, you're not crazy. I promise. Your elements are pretty well balanced out. Your fire's a little small, but not, it's 13.3. It's not crazy small. Your earth and your water are perfectly balanced. Your fire and your air are pretty close to being balanced. Now your fixed sign is a sliver. Right now, your mutable signs are at 60%, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Your fixed sign being small, or not your fixed. Yeah, your fixed being small like that. Your mutable being huge means that there's a lot of things that you have to cut off. I actually don't feel like that's a problem right now. Because you having that multifaceted view of everything and you seeing everything, oh, love, it tells me that what you're having the problem with right now is that you know there's things that have to be cut off. You know there's things that have to be, that you can't do, be around, etc. anymore. But there's something in you that it's hard for you to let them go. So here's what I want you to do. And I see some of you guys asking if I'm going to do this next week. This is fun. I kind of like doing this. I might schedule another one, yeah. So I will be traveling next week. Next Wednesday night, I will actually be in Sedona just for the evening, but I probably could schedule one for next week. Yes. So Miss Shannon, here's what I want you to do. Okay. I want you to take a day, just pick a day, but you need to start first thing in the morning you wake up. I want you to trust your intuition the whole day. Okay. Don't overthink it. When your gut says you need to block that person, don't go to lunch here. Drive over here. When your gut tells you to do it, I want you to do it. So just a day you're off work or whatever, I want you to do every single thing your intuition tells you to do. And pay attention the next few days, the ripple effects from it. You're going to blow your own mind, and you're going to realize that you have to start ending some of these things. You have to start ending some of these things. But take a day when you're off work and literally trust everything your intuition says. You're going to blow your own mind. You're going to blow your own mind. Your gifts are through the roof right now, sweet pea. For a reason. To help you clear some stuff out. So. Guys, spending a day trusting your intuition and doing everything your intuition pushes you to do. It's weird at first. And then it gets addicting. I'm going to let you know. It gets addicting. I had one of my mentors suggest that I do that a long time ago. And I did it. And I was like, I was watching the ripple effects the next few days. I was like, oh, this is badass. Like, what the fuck? Like, my intuition is spot on. Oh my God. And then I started questioning myself. And so I stopped. Does that make sense? It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. If you guys spend one day a week doing it, your mind is going to be blown at how right you are every fucking time. Just saying. Just saying. So I know somebody was looking for this reading for next week. I'll have to put it on there. Just because I'll be traveling, I'll have to schedule them a little bit later, and I probably won't do as many. But I have some meet and greets and things like that the week after. So we'll get it scheduled, I promise. Your intuition has been to the roof? Yeah. And that's the thing. This is what sucks. The society is always telling us, trust your gut. Your gut's never wrong. And even police officers and firemen, all of those like, oh, my gut tells me this. My gut tells me that. And it's just a hunch. And then at the same time, we're told, oh, that's stupid. That's spiritual shit. All right, Miss Kimber. So give yourself a whole day, Shannon. Give your next day off. Just plan it. Your next day off, you're doing nothing but what your intuition tells you to do. And if your intuition tells you to sit your butt on the couch for an hour, do that. If your intuition tells you to stay in bed for another 30, 45 minutes, do that. And just watch how everything progresses. Okay, Miss Kimber, let's see what's up with you. Oh, you're a jumble right now. Okay. Let me go back. You're used to being perfectly in line. Oh, wow. So, Kimber, when you were born, your earth sign was perfectly on the main line between your third and fourth house, and your moon sign was exactly in line with it, 13 degrees on the other side, perfectly in the middle between your ninth and 10th house. So 13 is a very important number for you. You're used to your personal power and your emotions being in balance. And now everything is whopper-jawed and everywhere. And your moon is way over here in Leo. Woo. And your sun sign right now is in Taurus. So You're going to laugh when I say this. At least I hope you laugh. You are being overly dramatical right now. And that's what's holding you back. And when I say overly dramatical, I don't think that you're going out and causing all the drama. But your brain is. Your emotions, your shadow self is literally causing all the drama with you. That means that you're putting words in other people's mouths. It means that you're overplaying every single thing that's going on. It means that you're being super extra about things. And then, like I said, your sun sign right now is in Taurus, which means you are standing by every single one of those things that you're doing, that your brain's doing. It's like you can't let go of it. You're literally, you've grabbed that Leo moon sign by the horns and you're just driving it through the dirt. All right, so let's see what's up with that. Let's see what we can do to fix this. Oh God, and you got your rising currently is a Capricorn. Oh my God. No wonder. Okay, so here's the good thing. Your cardinal, fixed, and mutable signs, they're all pretty even. In fact, I usually like to see it about like this. I usually like to see the cardinal and the mutable pretty even and the fixed a little bigger because you want that good follow through in the middle. So right now, you're good there. When it comes to your elements, though, you are so grounded in your fire that you're not letting shit go. You're not letting shit go. You're holding a grudge for every little thing. Even somebody breathing across the room, you're holding a grudge for. So you're going to have to, your air is the smallest part right now. You're going to have to start processing things more logically and intellectually than allowing your fire to rule this. Because whatever you put forward right now, that Taurus part, that earth part, and that Capricorn part is going to drive it into the dirt. So right now, your moon is in Leo, meaning that you're driving it in the dirt. Your emotions are on fire. And not in a good way. So, Miss Kimber, what I would recommend. I would recommend using the 5-second rule. Not 3, but 5 seconds. Before you react to anything right now, you need to give it 5 seconds. Before you say anything, give it 5 seconds. Before you let your brain bully you into doing anything, give it 5 seconds. Seriously. And you're going to have to make yourself do it. Because that moon in Leo tells me that it's going to be really, like, this is going to be one of the hardest things you've ever done, is forcing yourself to take 5 seconds before you act, react, etc. But it will help you start telling your brain, look, I'm not doing this shit with you. Like, you're getting me in trouble. I'm done with this. It'll help the drama calm down a little bit. I promise. And I'm sorry, man, that's a shit place for the universe. The universe just was like, oh yeah, take this. I am so sorry, Kimber. The universe is kind of an asshole. I'm just saying. Just saying. All right, Richard Burden is next. All right. Thank you, Miss Suzanne. The hell was that noise? Did y'all hear that? Seriously, what the hell was that? That was weird. All right. Here we go, Richard. You ready? Wow. I gotta look at that. You are all water. Whoa. So, I don't know if you're on here or not, Richard, but holy shit. Holy shit. I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody with this many water placements. 66.7% of your chart is water. Your earth, your rising, and your moon are water. This is when you were born. You are so in tune with your own emotions, and then they also run amok, and your intuition, which runs amok, which probably means that you don't like to people at all. I would bet you are insanely empathic, insanely gifted, and insanely talented. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Holy shit. Okay. All right. And you're a Pisces. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oh, so you're okay. Oh, you're super disconnected from your own intuition right now. That's exactly what's holding you back. Your moon is in Leo. You're used to your moon. You're used to your moon being in a water sign, being in Cancer. Okay, so your Jupiter's in Cancer. That's a good thing. You have too much fire going on. Oh, everything is fire. Holy shit. You just flipped from your intuition being spot on, your emotions being on, to bam, this fire, go, 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 action, action, action. I would bet you're really angry lately. You're also used to having your other signs pretty well balanced, and now your cardinal signs are not. They're face forward. You got to get your intuition back, love. Okay, let me look at something real quick here. So I'm having to flip back and forth between timelines. Not timelines, but timelines. Okay. So you've got to reconnect with all your water self. You've got to reconnect with all your water self, because flipping from water to fire, that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. Oh my God. So here's what I'd recommend, Richard. First of all, you need to be spending a lot of time in and around water, things that remind you of water, wearing a lot of deep blues, being around a lot of deep blues. The next thing I would recommend is that I was trying to decide I was going to say the 3-second or the 5-second rule. Pick one. You need to make sure that you're either taking 3 or 5 seconds before you act. Because that fire and that cardinal sign being half your chart, it's pushing you to do and say things that later you're like, I don't even know where that came from. Why did I agree to that? Why did I say that? Why did I do that? So you need to connect back to the water. You need to connect back to the water. Any blue stone is going to help. And like I said, give yourself, do the 3 or 5 second rule, whichever one you want to do. But you're going to have to. You're going to have to. Or this fire is going to get you in a lot of trouble right now. Now, it can be used to your advantage. Thank you, Miss Maxine. It can be totally used to your advantage. Because fire and that cardinal sign, you can accomplish a lot of amazing beginnings right now. So look at it that way. Do those first 2 things, and then absolutely use this shit to your advantage right now, Richard. Absolutely. So let's see who I've got next. Caitlyn Schmitz. All right, Miss Caitlyn. I'm pretty sure I don't have you either, Caitlyn. I do. I was like, no, I'm sure Caitlyn needs a brand new chart. No. I already had her. All right, what's up with Caitlyn right now? Okay. Oh. You and Richard ought to be buddies. Here's why. You also are used to your Jupiter and your moon being in Cancer and being buddies. Like they're right there next to each other. You draw a lot of your personal power from your emotions. Now, however, Jupiter's still in Cancer, but your moon is now in Virgo. Meaning instead of being very in tune with your emotions, they almost feel alien to you because suddenly they are super grounded and they're not way out there. Like you've learned how to kind of deal with the emotions being out here. Like that's who you are. But now they're very like matter of fact, firm, bam, 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 bam. And you don't know how to handle it. Okay, let me look at this real quick. Okay. So element wise, you're decently balanced. You're decently balanced. Your earth is a little bigger than normal, but that's okay. Well, not really, because you're kind of used to that because you had all those Virgo placements when you were born. But your cardinal signs are humongous. It's 60% of your chart. So you are also rushing forward and not ending things. You're going to have to use that Virgo moon right now where your moon sign is sitting and get rid of some things. You're going to have to force yourself to do it. Like you're literally going to have to force yourself to do it. And it's going to be a little tough to get through this right now. It's going to be a little tough to get through this. Your moon's also square with your Venus, meaning that your feminine power is kind of through the roof right now. Use that to your advantage. Use that to your advantage. Oh, there's the other one. You're acting super subconsciously too. You're not, and you don't realize you're doing it until after it's done. You're also really, really sensitive to other people's energy right now. So you need to be shielding yourself a lot, very carefully from other people. So things like obsidian are going to be your best friend. And if I were you, I would find, guys, obsidian is great for protection, but it's also great. Thank you, RJ. It's also great for offensive purposes. But if you're going to wear obsidian for offensive purposes, you need to have a piece that's cut in almost a sharp manner. So wearing something like in the shape of an arrowhead or a point is going to be great when it comes to obsidian. So Miss Caitlyn, like you're going to have to force yourself to do this. Like you're going to have to force yourself to do those things. All right, Christy Pulley. So Miss Christy, I don't have your birthday or your birthplace. So I don't know if you're here or not. I can't pull your chart without those things. So Sass or Tiffany, are y'all here? I'm sure you are. Can one of you guys reach out to Christy? I can't pull her chart because I don't have her in there already. Let me look. But I don't think I have her in there. Well, I'm glad that you joined us, Yolanda. Yeah, I can't pull her chart to do her reading because I don't have her information. So if one of you guys could reach out to her, I would appreciate it. And I can put her on the next one I do. So let's see here. Caitlyn, I just finished yours. So it's on YouTube right now. Like I just finished yours. All right. So Jason Jackson. All right. You get a squeaky clean new chart too. All right. Good night, Miss Andrea. I am a little better. Thank you, Miss Amy. I still have a little bit of a residual headache, but I'm better. Much better than this morning. So one of the things that sucks, guys, if you don't have epilepsy or you're never around anybody with epilepsy or whatever, after a heightened point of seizure activity. So like last night, I had a really rough night. I woke up this morning not feeling here. And it's a very weird feeling. It's not a cool feeling. It's a very weird feeling. So, all right, Jason. So that's interesting. So you have 4 Virgo placements, your Jupiter, your Mars, your Sun, and your Mercury. And they actually all stay in Virgo still. But the interesting thing is that your Mercury, which is your communication, goes from being in retrograde, being, where it's not good, to being in a positive note. So you're actually getting a lot better at your communication. All right, let me look here. Oh, okay. So one of the main things holding you back right now is you're having a problem starting things. You're having a problem moving forward. When I look at your cardinal sign or your qualities, which is your cardinal, your fixed, and your mutable signs, your mutable, which is what ends things, is 60% of your chart. So you're all about ending some shit. You've had a lot of things in your life have come to an end lately. Thank you, Tiffany. Your fixed signs are 33%. So that's your follow through. But your cardinal sign is only 6%, 6.7%. You're having a major problem stepping out and starting new things. That's the main thing that's holding you back right now. It's almost like you're afraid to start new things, but at the same time, your fire over here and your elements is the biggest part of your chart. So, you want to start all these new things. You want to move in a new direction. You just want to continue all this stuff, but you can't make the first step. You can't make the first step. Your elements are pretty well balanced. So here's what I would say. I'm so glad, Xander. Thank you for the rose, love. I'm glad that you were here for it. You're going to have to make yourself, Jason, you're going to have to make yourself take steps forward. Literally. You're going to have to force yourself. Because the fact that your cardinal is like a sliver of your qualities, if you don't, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck. And you're going to be really frustrated. And I would bet it sends you into almost a depression because you want to do things. You want to move forward. You want to push forward in life. But whatever is holding your cardinal signs back, it's like, no, we're going to end all this stuff, but we're not going to start anything new. And that's a very frustrating place to be. So you're going to have to force yourself to take that first step. It's almost like having severe social anxiety and forcing yourself to go to a party, forcing yourself to go to the mall, things like that. That's, if you have somebody around you that can help push you to start something, that's exactly what I'd recommend. But like, yeah, That right there is what's holding you back the most. All right, so I'm almost down towards the end here. I've got Maddie Morris, Robin Johnson, Sass, Courtney, Veronica, and Juliana. And then, yeah, I love doing these. Oh my God. I can't believe I haven't done these before. I love doing these. All right. Maddie Morris. Let me look. Let me look you up. I don't think I have you on a chart yet, Maddie. No. All right, Maddie. Look, you know all the things. All right, here we go, Maddie. Oh, you're like a flower. And now you're not. When you were born, your birth chart looked like a flower. It's very beautiful, and now it's all jumbled everywhere. Oh, that was blatantly obvious. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Wait, which house was that in? Gotcha. So you're used to your Mars. When you were born, your Mars was in retrograde and it was in the 10th house. And it's at the very tip of one of those petals on the flower. So it's balanced out with a whole bunch of different things. Which means that you've never really been super connected to your divine masculine power. You've never been super connected to it. But it all... this is what I'm talking about when you were born, okay? You also, being that is in your 10th house and it's in retrograde, it tells me that you've been drawn to people that you feel like you need to fix your whole life. Like, you love fixer-uppers that are money pits that can't be fixed. Now, however, that's what I said. Oh God. And it's in Virgo. It's still in Virgo and it's still in retrograde, but now it's in your 9th house. It's not in your 10th house. So now it's in what governs your work ethic, what makes you want to move forward. It's no longer, oh baby, it's no longer bringing you fixer-upper people or you seeking out fixer-upper people. You're seeking out financial things, jobs that are so draining. And for some reason, you're drawn to them like a fucking moth to the flame. You're seeking out all of these things that are not good for you to do. They're not good for you to do. Let's see here. And your sun is in Aries right now, meaning that you're rushing forward. And 40% of your chart is fire. And 40% is cardinal, meaning that you're making snap decisions and rushing forward. Your water is literally a sliver, meaning that you are very disconnected from your emotion and your intuition. You are just rushing forward and just heading down that path. Now, the good thing about that is in making the decision and rushing forward and not looking back, that's fucking fantastic in a lot of aspects. But where you're rushing forward is in things that are eating you up financially. And your intuition is like whisper. Your intuition is like a whisper. So, Maddie, you also need to spend a lot of time around water. You need to spend a lot of time around deep blue colors. And here's the other thing. I'm going to recommend for you what I recommended for Shannon. But with you, babe, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because your water is like a sliver. You need to take a day. I would say start with an afternoon or a morning or whatever time you can. And I would do this a couple times a week. I would spend just the afternoon or just the morning following everything your intuition tells you to do. And here's the thing, you're so disconnected from your intuition right now, it's going to be hard to hear it at first. It's going to be hard to hear it because that fire is going to be like, go do the things. Why are we sitting here? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's going to be drowning out your intuition. So you're going to have to force yourself to listen to your intuition, babe. You're going to have to force yourself. So it's going to be a tough road right now for you to do this. Yeah. So what I would say, love, is do that a couple of times a week. Do it a couple of times a week. And just really, really, really force yourself to listen to your gut. Otherwise, you're going to keep rushing forward. You're going to keep making these decisions. You're going to keep draining yourself financially. And it's going to be really bad. Because you're overthinking it as well. Because the next biggest part on there is your air. I'm sorry, love. I'm so sorry. So, that's what I'd recommend, Maddie. That's what I'd recommend. All righty. Robin Johnson, are you ready, sugar? Let's see if I've got you in there. Where's my R's? Nope. I don't. All right, Miss Robin, you ready? Robin, are you here by chance? Oh, what'd you say there, Miss Maddie? You are so welcome. So, I don't know if Robin's here or not. But she didn't put the state she was born in. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 cities with this name. So, I can't pull hers either. I was hoping she was here. So I'm going to wait for just a second and see if she's here. Because if not, I can't pull it. Because I don't. I'm actually kind of impressed that there are that many cities with this name. So I'm assuming that Miss Robin is probably not here. So Sass, would you put her on the list as well to reach out to her? Because I hate that. So let me uncheck her in. All right. That means that Sass is next. Let me see if I got your chart, Sass. I think I do. Do I? I do not. How have I never pulled your chart? Have I never pulled your chart? Girl, you didn't put in your shit either? Sass, you need to Message me real quick here. Give me just a second. Let me put this in. Because I can't pull yours either, homie. All right. So, I need you real quick to just message me because it'll come up at the top. I need you to message me your birthday really quick and then where you were born. I mean, like, I'll see it at the top and type it in real quick. I can't pull your chart without that. I don't need to know your birth time, but I need to know your birthday. You are a mess and a half, girl. You are a mess and a half. Okay. Gotcha. All right. I got you. All right. Let's see what's up with Sassy McSass Pants. Sassy McSass Pants. So here's what's funny. So when I look at your transit chart right off the bat, when you were born, that shit was everywhere. That shit was everywhere. Your moon's in Aries and your Mercury's in Aries, meaning that you had no problem spilling the emotions everywhere. Your Saturn and your Mars are in Leo, meaning you were pretty connected to your masculine aspect and being out in front of everybody. And your personal powers in Cancer. Like, your lines are everywhere. The good thing about that is you have something in almost every house, except for your first and second. Now, however, everything is swoop, squished up here, and it's very organized, and it's very firm. And now your moon is in a water sign, and it's in Scorpio. Oh, God, no. Ugh. Your moon's in Scorpio. Your personal power is still in Cancer, so that's good. Because you still have that, it's still the same. But with your moon being in Scorpio, this is why all the fucking feels are overwhelming you. And it's at 8 degrees. It's literally infinity. This is why all the feels are overwhelming you. So, what's funny is, even though your moon is in Scorpio, your water is kind of small. It's not, oh, here's the other problem. Okay. Yours is an easy C. Not only is your moon in Scorpio, meaning that you have all the fucking feels coming out of left field, right field, up, down, all around. Your earth is a fucking sliver. Your earth is a fucking sliver. Your fire is humongous, meaning this drive to push forward. And you and Jason are kind of in the same boat a little bit here. Your fire is humongous. It's 40% of your chart, but your cardinal sign is 13, meaning that you have all these great ideas and drive to do things, but you can't start new things for you. You can do it for everybody else, but you can't start new things for you. Having your emotions in a water sign, especially a very powerful water sign like that, and then having your earth be a sliver, you're having a problem grounding yourself. So here's what's funny. Fire, earth will overcome fire. You can throw earth on a fire and it will put it out. You don't have hardly any earth going on right now, and you have all the fire. You have a ton of air, and the problem is air stokes the fire. You have a little bit of water and a teeny tiny bit of earth. So I would recommend that you need to ground the living fuck out of yourself multiple times a day. I mean, literally outside in the dirt, touching the trees, whatever. You need to be grounding yourself. I would recommend wearing something wooden all the time. All the time. Whether it's a pendant, whether it's a bracelet, whatever Earrings, you need wood touching you continually. You need wood touching you continually. Yeah. Because like I said, your earth is a sliver. Your earth is a sliver. No, I can see why. So what's interesting is this is why I like looking at y'all's chart when you're born and then watching how it goes to today, because it tells me where the strengths are. It tells me where the off kilter shit is. That right there is it. You're used to your moon being in a water sign. So you're used to having the feels, but you're also used to that hard crabby shell not allowing the feels out. Well, the Scorpio is exactly the opposite. The Scorpio is used to the feels being all out there. All out there. I'm sorry. But you need to be grounding the shit out of yourself. I wish I had bought some extra wooden bracelets in New Orleans. I'll find you one. Unless you have one. But you need to be wearing something wood all the time, girl. All the time. Bills and no bills and bills. Yeah. Yeah. Well, but the thing is, though, having it in Cancer, you're used to them being there, but having a firm lid on them, having a firm shell on them. Now, they're out, like, out in the open. They're out in the open. And there's no shell. There's no shell for them. There's no shell for them. They're just out. And there's no putting them back. So, yeah, you're going to have to ground the shit out of yourself. You just are. Neutral colors are going to be your friend right now. Browns, tans, beige. But browns, deep greens are going to be your friend too. Any earth tone, something that makes you think of a forest. You know what I mean? Those kind of things. Those are going to help you. Those colors being around you are going to help you. No red. No red for sass. No orange. No yellow. What do I mean? There's no putting them back? Let me pull this up again. And I can tell you how long it's going to be. Do you really want to know how long it's going to be? Do you want to know how long it's going to be? That your feels are going to be out until they move? That's a loaded question. I'm waiting for you to answer. Oh, they'll February 2024. And then they move into Sagittarius. Meaning you're ready to burn the world down with them. Told you it's a loaded question. February 2024. That's how long until your moon moves out of Scorpio. So everybody else heard it but you? Sass, your February of 2024. That's how long your feels are going to be in Scorpio. And then they move into Sagittarius, which is all the flamboyant, all the burning it down. I asked if you wanted to know. But everybody threw you under the bus. They were like, tell her. So I kind of blame them just as much. I'm just saying. Wow, I don't get YouTube going off very much. That was weird. All right, Miss Courtney Emanuelson, you ready? We can talk about it later. We can talk about it later. I'm sorry. Safety meeting. Oh, goddamn, that's funny. Tiffany, you win TikTok for the night. You win TikTok for the night. That was funny as fuck. Oh shit. Okay. 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 Woo, Courtney. Okay. Thank you, Miss Yvonne. So, Miss Courtney, I have your chart pulled up in front of me for the day you were born. You are all about the money. You are all about the money, the education, the mind, the learning, and the family stuff can come later. The emotion, the emotional, the love, that can come later. Like, wow. Everything is down here. Everything is in your 4th through 9th house, which is your it's your money, it's your learning, it's your education. All the other that piddly emotional love stuff that can come later. So let's look at where you are now, because that's when you were born. Ready? Ooh, you're even more tight knit now. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, so I went back to your main chart, right? And you have this group of Libras, this group of Virgos, oh no, that's Capricorn, this group of Capricorn, and you have this group of Aquarius, like, but you still have a couple signs that are like floating out there, right? Damn. Now you have 4 signs, all currently, right now, at this moment. All of your placements are on 4 signs. 2 of them are water. So you have a whole bunch of Libras, a whole bunch of Scorpios, a whole bunch of Capricorns, and a couple of Aquarius. And they're like, whoo, even more compact. So let's look what's up here. Oh, girl. Oh, okay. You ready to know what's holding you back? When I look at your qualities, your cardinal, your fixed, and your mutable signs. Cardinal is the one that pushes you forward, that makes you, that wants you to start things, being ambitious. Your fixed is what keeps you going. That's the middle part. Okay? That is getting, like, you've had the idea, the fixed is getting the shit done. The mutable sign is finishing stuff up, adapting to change. You literally have no mutable signs right now. Everything is cardinal or fixed, and almost, well, 2/3 of it is cardinal. 66.7% is in your cardinal, meaning that you have so much drive and so much ambition, and you're literally moving too fast. You're moving too fast, and you're getting some of the middle stuff done, but you're not finishing anything. Literally nothing. You're starting it, you're working on it, and then that's it. It doesn't get finished. The other problem is that your air is, when you look at your elements, when I look at your elements, your air is 40% of your chart, meaning that your brain is on fire. And the fact that all those things were like, boop, 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 you have so much OCD right now, I would bet you're driving yourself crazy. Everything has to be in a certain place. I would not be surprised if you have so much OCD and so much almost ADHD brain going on that you are either like super clean freak, super everything in its place, or you're so overwhelmed that you can't see straight. And I would bet you rotate like that. Your fire is tiny. Your fire is tiny. So a lot of this cardinal stuff going on, this drive and this ambition, is mostly thought. It's mostly thought. I'm gonna do this. I want to do this. I'm gonna do this. But you don't have fire to push it forward and to do it. So you need to spend some time with some fire. You need to be wearing a lot of red, maroons, oranges, gold, really reds and maroons, and deep orange. Those are going to be your colors right now. Those are going to be your colors right now. Not only that, Courtney, but you need to spend some time around some fire. Things that remind you of fire. Just when you're nerding around your house or work or whatever, and you put on YouTube, put some fire on in the background. They have fireplaces. Listen to it crackle. I know that sounds stupid, but sometimes that's as close as we can get, especially while we're working. It's not like we can just like stoke up a little fire in the middle of the floor. I mean, technically that's arson, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Light a candle. That's a good idea too. But love, you've got to spend some time around fire. The color red is going to be your best friend. Reds and maroons. You need to be wearing the fire. Wearing the fire. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck to where you can't make decisions. You can't move forward. You have all these great ideas, and your OCD is killing you. Your OCD is killing you. All right, so let's see who's next. Miss Veronica Delgado. I bet I have your chart. So, guys, my list for tonight is sold out, but I've kind of had a lot of fun doing these. So I will do them again. In fact, I may try to do them next Wednesday because I had a lot of you guys asking. I'll look at my schedule and figure out when is the best day to do these when I'm traveling. All right, Miss Veronica. Thank you for all the heart stuff. So if you guys don't know, tomorrow is Warrior Reiki. I will have my schedule planned out so I can tell you guys when the next one of these reads is, okay? Because these are kind of fun. All right. And then me and the hot flashes and shit is stupid. Probably because I should take my medicine tonight. All right. Miss Veronica. Oh, you're a really structured person too. Okay. All right, let's see what's up now. Even more structured. Woo. Okay. Okay. Right now, currently, you have 5 Virgo placements. And, no, 5 Capricorn placements, 2 Virgo placements. Girl, your drive and your ambition and your goals, so this has its good and its bad. They are completely through the roof. Both your masculine and your feminine, your Venus and your Mars are in Capricorn. Your Mercury is in Capricorn. So you're balancing and canceling yourself out at the same time. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Sorry, my foot itched. All right, let's look at now. Let's look at what's up. Okay, right off the bat, your earth signs are 53% of your chart. Your air is 20, your fire and your water are both 13.3%. So you're almost too grounded right now. When it comes to the cardinal, fixed, immutable, the qualities, your cardinal is 33. It's about perfect, okay? Your cardinal is 33. Your fixed, which is the getting it done phase, that is 46%. And your mutable is 20. The only thing that I would say I would like to see would be your mutable and your fixed, you know, a little bit different. Like a little bit, your mutable bigger, your fixed smaller. But right now, you're almost too grounded in your goals and your ambition and being practical and being productive. You're being a workaholic. You're being a me. You're being a me. You are so grounded and so straightforward in where you're going goal wise. You're not stopping to pay attention to other things. This is why your intuition is being way too quiet. It's why your air is the next biggest, and it's at 20%. So you feel like you're just workhorsing it through and you're not processing as intellectually as you're used to. You're a very smart chick and you're used to being able to process very intellectually. And right now it's just like drive, go, work. And you're not able to process and have the intellectual things that you need to have. So first things first, you need to spend some time around the other elements. I would recommend, first of all, starting with water. Spend some time around some water. Because with your intuition being knocked down a little bit, your water and your fire are both 13.3%, but I would start with water, okay? Get back to your intuition and your emotions and your sensitivities before you get to the fire. Because the fire is just going to push that drive and that workhorse forward. Trust me, I know. Start with water and then start with air. And then go to air. Fire is third, okay? Blues are going to be your color right now. Anything earth tone is, if you can, stay away from it. Because that's going to remind you, oh yeah, I need to do this. I need to do that. Color magic is a thing, guys. Color theory is a thing. You need to spend some time in the water, around water, listening to water, watching it, wearing watery colors, okay? That will help you get back to your intuition and kind of go with the flow a little bit, okay? And then I would work on your air because that's what's going to help you get back to this amazing brain that you got up there. So, yep, you're being a me. You're just work. All work and no play makes Veronica a dull girl. Just saying. I feel that on a deep level. I really, really do. I really, really do. All right. Miss Juliana. I know I don't have yours, so let me find you here. Not let me find you. If I don't have it, I can't find you. So I have to make a new choice. Duh. All right, hang on, Miss Juliana. I got you, girl. I got you, sweet pea. And then you will be my last one for this evening. All right. Ready, Miss Juliana? All right. Nothing too crazy. Everything's pretty well spaced out. Let's see what now. Okay. Still kind of spaced out pretty decently. Good. Let me see what's up here. Okay. Oh. You are super, super focused right now. You are super focused on your future and where you're going. Almost too focused. Almost too focused. You have a lot of drive pushing you forward. Yep, there it is. Okay. You and Veronica are very similar right now. Let me just say that. Because your fire, it's a little different in that your fire and your earth are backwards. Whereas her fire was small, your earth is small. Your fire is 46% of your chart, almost 47% of your chart. Your cardinal sign's only 20%. Meaning you are laser focused on where you're wanting to go, but you can't take the steps to get there. Like a couple other people this evening, your mutable signs, your like, let's end this, let's cut it off, let's make the change and be done. That is humongous. So you're cutting things off at a record pace. You're walking away from things. You're setting boundaries at a record pace. With you, though, your water and your air are both 20%. Your earth is 13%. So you absolutely need to be grounding yourself a lot more. But here's the thing. I would really recommend working on your air and your water. So any kind of light blues are going to be the color you want to wear. Being around water, being around air, being around fresh air. Let me rephrase that. Fresh air is going to be a good thing. Being around fresh air is going to be a good thing. You need to steer clear of anything that has to do with fire. Any fire element, any stones that are fire element, anything that's red, anything that's orange, things like that. You need to not be around. Well, let me stop there. Not be around. You need to go be around earth. You need to be around water. You need to be around some fresh air. So nature is going to be the best thing for you right now. You need to take a break from this goal-oriented, pushing forward, think. Because that's why you can't move forward. You're overwhelming yourself with the things you want to do, and you can't do them. And what sucks is your fixed signs are 33%. So, I mean, that's a perfect balance right there. So you have the motivation to do the things. You have the motivation to end, but you don't have the motivation to start. You just can't start. So you need to spend some time in nature, babe. You need to spend some time in nature. And sometimes, guys, it's hard for us to do that. So here's something you can do, kind of a cheat, okay? First of all, no reds, no yellows, no hot colors like that, okay? No pinks. You need to be wearing cool colors. Blues, greens, purples. Second, here's a cheat. On your computer at work, change your screensaver. Change your background. Make it the beach. Make it the forest. And one of those two. Or both. Change it. Either one. You know what I'm saying? Have them scroll through beach scenes. Have them scroll through forest scenes. And then don't have your window open on the full screen where you can still see it on the sides. I know it sounds stupid, but it will help. Sleep to some rainforest sounds. Sleep to forest sounds. Sleep to waves. Sleep to rain. That will help. It will help. Because even if you're not physically there, when you're asleep, your brain's hearing the rain, it's hearing the birds, it's hearing the animals, it's whatever it is, it will help. I promise. It will help. It'll help ground you. So, you definitely need some grounding, sweet pea. Yeah, you definitely need some grounding, love. But yours is kind of an easier fix. I mean, really, it's kind of an easy fix. Because in grounding and letting your brain shut off just a little bit from that, hey, do all of these things. We need to do all of these things. And letting your brain shut off a little bit from that, it's going to help you know what you need to start. Because your cardinal sign is decently sized over there. Your cardinal signs, it's 20%. So you have enough to move forward. You just got to work through all of your brain's piling too many ideas on you. And you've got to work through and pick out the ones, okay, this I can do right now. This I can do right now. This I can do right now. And I think when you see that and you see that out of the 90, there's like 4 that you could start right now easily. And you start those things, that's your motivation right there. That's your motivation right there. So, easy fix. Easy fix. You're probably one of the easier fixes tonight. You're probably one of the easier fixes tonight, Juliana. So, thank you, Miss Maxine. They do play music. Why is that just a thing in the middle of a line? Yep. Just, well, baby steps, but ground yourself. Like, and really, really immerse yourself in nature. Because it will help you kind of relax, and it will help that fire calm down. Because like I said, earth squashes fire. Not squashes it, but you know what I'm saying. Earth will calm it down. So being grounded and being back in the earth, around the earth, it will help you pull out like those 90 ideas. It will help you funnel them down to just a few. And that will help you move forward because, oh my gosh, suddenly you can see clearly what you need to do. So there you go. There you go. So I will tell you guys what. I will absolutely put one of these up for next week because this was fun. These are easy and I love them and they're fun. Some of you guys do slap me in the face a little bit, but it's still fun. It's still fun. So let me do this. Let me do this. Oh, damn it. Okay, there we go. Let me do this. I will get one done for next week. Let's see. Let me look at the calendar here. Maybe if I can. I can't. Okay. So I'll tell you what, guys. Let me pull up the calendar. I literally have one right here next to me. I just hung my calendar up. I'm not used to it being there. I'm used to it being over there. If your hair is red, should you dye a different color? No. Don't stress about that. I'm just like, don't wear color. Don't wear it. You know what I mean? Like, don't be around those kind of colors. Does that make sense? All right. So, all right. Next Wednesday is the 24th. So let me see here. We'll just do same bat time, same bat channel. But then I will be in a different time zone. All right. I will be on Mountain Time. Thank you, love. Thank you, Jules. So what I'm going to do is create an event for next Wednesday at 8:30. I'll have it on my website and I'll put it up on here. I probably won't do as many readings. Well, I don't know. These went pretty quick this evening. So yeah, I just need to make sure that I put some things on there on the registration form because I need to know like what state y'all are born in. Some of y'all didn't put that on there. All right. So let me fix this. I adore you, Jules. Thank you. All right. So for those of you guys that didn't make it on my list tonight, I went ahead and I put one up for next Wednesday. I am, however, going to do this. All right. So I only put 10 tickets on there for prepaid spots because I didn't want to let them sell out and then some, people come in and they can't get a spot. So if you want to get your name on the list for next week, there's only 10 spots on there. So yeah. Just letting you know. And the other ones, I will put on for next week. Alrighty. There you go. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, like I said, if you guys would like to get on for next week, there are only 10 spots prepaid, and then next week I'll have more, but I will be traveling, so you'll get to have me read you live from Sedona. So, there you go. I've enjoyed this too. It's been really fun. So, with that, let me turn YouTube off here. Thank you guys for watching me over there on YouTube. I appreciate it. And for those of you guys here on TikTok that didn't